On March 31st, an intrepid band of travelers met. Adorned in red, they began their journey. And there was a lion for some reason. His name was Mr. Peaches. Sir Mr. Cheeser Peaches, to be exact.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
Very hard. Back it up a bit.
Amsterdam.
I told you, Colin. We were debating whether why.
Because Mr. Peaches dictates it so.
Oh, so it's a fake haha, joke's on you. I can't. So how is this? Okay. So. Yeah, not. Go.
First of all, this, oh no, hold on. This is Max, otherwise known as the Best, or our tour guide. He's from Austria.
A cupola made of glass. And why do you think, why is it made out of glass?
They don't want to burn it down again.
When we arrived in Berlin, it was snowing and cold, and after many of us did not sleep on the plane overnight, we'd been awake for over 20 hours. Max immediately set us off on a walking tour around Berlin in the freezing cold. When we weren't walking, we took the tram.
No, but I'm not hungry. I just ate lunch. What are you doing? Hey.
So pretty much every time we entered a war museum, we were falling asleep where we stood. Not to say it was a bad time, Berlin still had a lot of interesting sights, but all of us were begging to go to the hotel by the end of it.
Oh, great. Great time in there, bud.
And engineers. Or you do this.
Oh no, I look like
Well, we're outside? Just kidding, we're inside. What is this madness? I do not know, but this cannon has weird acoustics.
Needless to say, we slept well that night.
No, the guy came back.
Mr. Robertson, are you ready for day 2?
Always. The next morning, we were surprised with a massive double-decker bus to tour Berlin in. The streets of Berlin lay stretched out between modern and classic architecture with a healthy layer of graffiti over it all. Once we picked up our local guide, a Scotsman, the first thing we went to see was the Berlin Wall. It was covered in graffiti and murals. Then we left promptly without Taryn, and after we realized he was missing, we turned around to find him dancing on the sidewalk.
Well, wasn't scared at all.
He lied. The rest of the day played out smoothly, without any more hiccups. We continued touring around town, visiting murals, memorials, and museums on both sides of the city. The weather was better that day and everyone was a little bit more awake, but that didn't stop Robertson from falling asleep during the Cold War panel we attended at the end of the day.
Hashtag motivation.
That's a really cool truck.
Crossing what used to be parts of Western Berlin, passing more or less point where you arrived yesterday, and you're leaving Berlin.
Yeah, I think by zombies.
40 kilometers to the concentration camp memorial of Sachsenhausen.
Mr. Robertson, ready for day 3?
Day 4?
Yeah, that one. Heck.
Graham did?
Yep.
Honestly, bop is like my favorite word.
How are you enjoying your window seat?
I hate the fact that you're recording this right now. I'm recording my pain. It makes me feel like you don't care about me at all, which you probably don't. It's okay, Jamie, I'll always love you.
Behold the best bus we'll ever tour on. Oh boy.
A4 consisted of a 4-hour high-speed train ride from Berlin to the Netherlands. After some more time on the bus, we were greeted warmly at a local museum. Well, not that it was a bad museum, but let's just say we were all trying to stay awake. It did have some cool stuff in it, to say the least.
From two sides, and they did it from Nijmegen, and they wanted to do it from the other side.
Amidst the gravestones, there is a solemn peace, a quiet that is heavy. Names looked back at me from stone, and it was hard to imagine. Some were no older than me. The rustling trees seemed to tell the tales of fallen soldiers. Each one had a family and a life, but they gave it up. For what? They knew they could never stop war, conflict, death. They tried anyway, and now they are remembered. All I have to offer is a symbol. I hope you'll take it.
But I talked to him in English and he just...
Mr. Robertson, are you ready for day 5?
Yes, I think.
Okay. What about you?
We are going to a cheese farm, so like heckin' yeah.
I agree. So this is our hotel. There's a moat all the way around. So I guess that makes it a motel then.
Hi, puppy. He's so wet though.
Before exploring the city of Amsterdam, we went to perhaps the most magical place on earth, a cheese farm, which also makes clogs. Apparently they've been making cheese for 8 generations, and when I say the owner made it his priority to entertain us, I'm not kidding around. Just listen to this guy.
Grading, spaghetti, macaroni, pizza, pasta. Parmesan. Mature cheese goes by wine. Oh yes, glass of wine. Piece of cheese. Very nice evening. Oh yes, you look very happy now. 2 glasses of wine and 2 pieces of cheese. That's a much better evening. Oh yes. Very happy naughty man. And a young cheese goes on mienpao. Mienpao, what's mienpao? What is bread in Chinese?
Oh, right.
I teach you Chinese. You know what happens once in your life. I can say it. Yes, everybody please come inside. Come a little bit fast. Can you speak English? Chinese lady, come here. Chinese ladies, come along.
Where are you from? We're from Canada. Okay, it's okay. It's a good place.
Shoes. So many shoes. Holy shoes. There's even more shoes. Shoes. There's more shoes underneath. Even more shoes. Oh, shoes. Oh, shoes. And more shoes. Are you seeing these shoes?
Made. I can't even believe that.
Are you seeing these shoes right now?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. They're all handmade.
This is crazy.
This is absolutely incredible.
Is this place even real?
This place is like heaven on earth.
Just cheese and shoes.
I'm so excited to eat this.
They start on the left-hand side. Do not take any pictures of with it. One thing is interesting maybe is that you can cycle underneath the museum from all the Dutch provinces. Because I tell them, and every Dutch parent tells them, you
pay a lot of taxes then.
Yeah, in there?
Yeah, there's none of that skinny.
Oh yeah, small buildings. Oh,
the restaurant that we saw, Haasje Klaas, there was the lady that founded it. And these orphans were actually well off. Well, they had no parents, but they were from wealthy families. Level here, and that's why we're taking the steps. They take us up to modern day ground level. They didn't care about having to pay the tax. When you see two stairways to the main door, you know that people are very wealthy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Amsterdam was by and far the best city we visited. Every street looked like something out of a storybook. The canals were shrouded in a thick cloud of bicycles, of which I am told outnumbered the people in the city. There was so much good food to be had at every corner, and the tulips were at full bloom.
oh, that was cool. There's some over the church on the other side of the river.
If we bike fast enough on the water, maybe we'd get there.
Yep. There's so many bikes in Amsterdam. It's just, this is everywhere. There's bikes everywhere.
On the bus, I was just like,
Hey guys, we're on a boat.
help me!
Es ist eines der besten Hotels der Stadt und es gehört Heineken von dem bekannten Bier. Die Küche ist.
The tower used to be called Gekke Jacob, Crazy Jack, because the clock kept such crazy time.
En Sea Palace maar 700.
Ein treibendes chinesisches Restaurant.
1000 ramen.
Links das Schifffahrtshaus. Man nennt das Gebäude auch das Haus mit den 1000 Fenstern.
De zeevaarder.
Die Kaistraße links ist nach Heinrich dem Seefahrer benannt. Es ist in einem historischen Speicherhaus komplex eingerichtet worden. Nur die Fassaden sind noch historisch.
A highlight of the trip was visiting Anne Frank's house. Besides the museum itself being a great experience, the time we spent afterward waiting near the butt pancake sign in the pouring rain was particularly memorable.
We got the umbrella community going on in here.
We should spread out though, because it's like pouring out.
Tyrannosaurus Rex is very prepared. Dang.
Send forth your tyrant! Come on.
Wait.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, what are we doing?
Scotland? Wow, what a beautiful animal. Oh wait, just kidding. There's like a freaking garden over here with fountains and fine art. Is it because of Doctor Who?
95% of Doctor Who. But then I looked it up, like I looked up his artwork and I was like, dang, I love this.
Look at us, we got headphones everywhere. Holy crap. It's great. Hey, Grace. Look at that street.
Day 6 was mostly a day of travel, but we stopped in Belgium for, well, what else would we stop in Belgium for? Besides, oh, chocolate. I mean, have you had Belgian chocolate? Because now I have, and I can say it was totally worth it. I mean, we also, there's also like museums and stuff, but yeah, mostly for the chocolate. I mean, we were actually there for lunch, but chocolate. Also, Belgium was quite nice.
What's going on? Yeah, what's happening?
What have I gotten myself into? So weird.
Before leaving Belgium, we attended the last post ceremony at the Menin Gate. Well, at least I think that's what the place is called. I can't remember.
Meanwhile, it looks like it's real. Somebody put their head in.
Hi!
Oh, jeez, that's so creepy.
Can we hold it behind us?
Yes. Guys, we're in France.
The baguette! Marcus, that one's for you.
We're doing the France dance.
Okay, so
Mr. Robertson, you ready for day 6?
We'll see.
Wait, isn't today day 6?
Yes, today is day 6.
No, today's over.
if one has problems,
No. All I can see was your nose.
something like 80 kilometers close to Paris. So the French had to move their troops in with taxis even, in order to stop the Germans. They were thrown back.
That would have created an entirely large amphitheater or a big room down below the surface of the earth. The problem here is that the Germans were coming up and underneath the Canadian tunnels. Okay, so that big room that the Canadians had blown was kind of like a holding pen for the Germans that were coming up and under. They could immediately get on to a counterattack were there to be the opposing force in their own tunnels.
This is an interesting chocolate.
The one that was like a recent, I thought you said cracked. Nice girl.
See that?
Heck. Just trying to get some good footage of Vimy Ridge. All these dum-dums.
Smashed, you know. And to my sensation, it has a human scale. So if you get there, it has a lot of details. And
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, I got some chicken. That's a beautiful chicken.
It's a beautiful chicken.
What's this chicken doing? It's a rooster. Is he roosting? Nice.
Here. You're not so lonely. Jamie, we're just walking circles.
We're just walking in circles?
Join us. We're not so lonely.
Are we just walking in circles right now? Everybody walk in circles.
Join us. We aren't so lonely. Yeah. Patrick, join us. We aren't so lonely.
So many circles. Oh no. I don't want to get run over by 12 people.
This is really slow. We're getting smaller. You know?
Okay.
For myself, my name is Matian, and I am one of the 16 guys that Laurent was already telling you guys about. We're a small team of Canadian students that come. 242,000 people as the population in 1914. A very large part.
on Jesus.
In your back.
There he is.
I put it in there, so it's your phone.
Comunicaciones.
Location. There we go.
Ooh, very nice. It's Floyd. Hello.
Every single place here was a machine gun nest. They used the castle, they used the church at the other end, everything. And everyone knew the Canadians were coming. They landed at noon with the light on them. And they got in and then got stalled. Tanks shattered, everything. But very importantly, if you look there, danger festival, okay, this place remembers Canadians, and if you ever get the chance to spend a day or 2 days here, it is considered a resort town by the English. They come here for vacations. Take a whole day, a week, enjoy yourselves here, because they really honor and remember it. That museum is privately held. one family started it. They really want to honor us. And just being Canadian or being associated with Canadian is enough. To spend real time here.
No, and he got the podium. Everybody was. They never won before.
Not him. Oh, I know.
Rich and coming back on the right side of the river.
There's no matriculations. At least I hope there'll be murder holes at least. Michael, look! Come look at the statue.
Oh, we got you! You looked at it! Oh! Oh no!
Why did you drink?
I didn't even have Coke.
Oh! Oh.
On the left bank, and Paris would be upstream on the left-hand side. It's a project by former president, which was initiated by former President François Mitterrand, who was almost.
They still shook hands at each other, which was observed by.
Photo?
I feel like we don't have enough people. Do you think so?
Oh, Zertoko!
Oh, it's blurry now.
Is it peeing on you yet? No.
I got at that meeting. Maybe you weren't at it. We voted on what would go on this thing.
Yeah.
Why are you so far away though?
Yeah, got a picture.
There he
My
is.
first thoughts in the Eiffel Tower, probably underwhelming. Never leaving.
No, that is freaking.
It's Paris.
We're in Paris.
Like, can you walk and jiggle? Shunk. There we go.
You did it. How about you?
You know what?
You remember nothing.
Look at this place. This is crazy.
Very close to each other. A lot of railway stations.
What are they? What? Who doesn't want crepes in Paris? I know.
Space punch. Space punch. Space punch. Space punch.
20 minutes.
Space punch.
20 minutes, bathroom.
I'm gonna space punch you in the face.
Oh, wait.
Exactly. Her name is Senek, though. I remember that song reminds me of
But it would be like a combination.
Mr. Labo?
Yeah. This. Yo, what's that? Poseidon? A cherub? What? Nice. There's a fish dudes everywhere. Another frogs. They all want that. All these froggies.
Wait, where's your mom?
She stayed behind because she was really tired.
When we see the Hall of Mirrors, we're not going to see the apartments of the Queens. Why aren't we going to see the apartments of the Queens? Because they're close to this place. When all this hair falls out, what do we start doing? Wait, what's everybody else got to do?
Terran. I need enlightenment.
Oh.
My brain is in forever unrest. There is peace. Kick it up.
I like this bridge here. Actually, when you get clear to
Oh look, we're in New York, everybody. We just swam all the way to oh, just kidding.
Paris. Well, okay, so Paris was, well, it was pretty great. It had a lot of really great architecture and monuments, all of them very iconic, except for whatever this one is. But it was admittedly quite filthy. However, that did not stop us from having an amazing bus tour and walking tour and everything tour, and well, it was just, oh, that's the Arc de Triomphe. It's gone now. And that's a cool fountain, isn't it? I appreciate that fountain.
He did not believe in the death penalty, not as barbaric.
Overall, Paris was a great way to end the tour. And on our final day, we got a lot of stuff done. After Versailles, as you saw already, we had multiple tours around town, ending at Notre Dame, which of course is a very classic cathedral. Well, actually, it's rather Gothic, but that's beyond the point.
Back here. Again, watch out for little girls who go to see that evil. You know.
You can go to the top, yeah?
How?
On this side.
What?
There's a staircase. There's more. Another. You said last night.
These are my most favorite ducks in the whole wide world.
Okay, I didn't exactly say what.
I had to figure it out.
And what else?
Gerald. Do not freak out, Gerald. Settle down. Stay calm. Keep the bowels inside.
He looks like a pigeon.
Why?
Oh, I guess it's gonna like poop on you if you do that. Gotta go faster, Taryn.
To truly catch the pigeon, you must become the pigeon.
I don't know what song it is, but it sounds like that. I'm pretty sure one of the words is maniac.
Hey, Virginia!
Toilets are underground buildings and toilets, and there is a place standing in the second floor and on the roof. The statue is usually on the third floor.
I want to wait for you. 7, 8.
I have it.
See that jacket?
Oh, it's all pink and blue and stuff. That's the Eiffel Tower, guys. Wow, that was a lot of blur instead of the entire.
Neat.
Dinosaur.
I'm so excited. I think so.
You excited to walk up some stairs?
Yes!
Are you excited?
Yes!
Oh. Oh no. What, yes?
Yes!
What?
Sure, we'll want to take a break at some point. Oh. I feel my pulse across my entire body. Oh, the flashing stars. The second I pull this down. It's hilarious. To give us a ride down the elevator. Oh, where are you, Arc de Triomphe? Ah, there you are. Ah, wee wee. Look at that. Oh, that's that thing. Oh, there's a freaking beam of light coming from the tower. Oh, where am I? What's that in the distance? What ho, Horatio?
Where's the, oh, there's a cool place.
That is so far away. I'm getting this amazing photo of it. Oh, hey. Welcome to Paris. Oh. Run.
As you can see, we're observing a wild tern in his natural habitat on the Eiffel Tower, dancing to some unheard song that only he alone can hear. Observe the way how his feet move, how they twist back and forth ever so elegantly. We will now follow the wild hare in his natural habitat as he continues his way throughout the Eiffel Tower.
No, so we went upstairs and they were selling it.
Oh, hey! Wow! Oh, Lee.
Perhaps the hardest thing is, well, getting up at 4 in the morning to go to an airport. But I suppose what you're expecting is the hardest thing is saying goodbye.
Trick. Hey, Jamie. Are you ready to go home?
Yeah.
How about you? No?
I want to stay in Europe forever.
Oh. Okay. I love that sound. Great, so you ready to leave?
Yeah. Yeah. Except it was really fun, but I need to get back to normal homework and tests and oh my gosh, it sounds so lame.
I need to chop off my feet when I get home.
Are you getting new ones?
Yeah.
Can you sign me up?
So that's it, huh? That was Europe. Well, I'm sure we're all glad we went along. Oh, one more thing.